The Avengers is the most overrated comic book movie of all time. That's not to say that it's bad, nor that I hate it. I just don't see what all the fuss is about. This is what, my 4th time watching this movie? And after all these years, after all the opinion changing with Thor and First Avenger, after all the callbacks in Endgame, none of it was enough to make me change my mind. Thank you for clicking on this video. This is CertainVids, a channel where we like to talk anything and everything movies a lot, and this is my review of Joss Whedon's The Avengers. So what do I hate? Why do I hate what I hate? To be frank with you, nothing. I don't hate anything in this movie. I dislike elements, sure, but as a whole, I quite like it. The production is top-notch with some gorgeous CG and adaptive practical sets. The design of it all feels very old-fashioned, yet still quite modern. There are 2 big chunks of the film that I quite adore, actually. It's the rest that I find lackluster. The film has bad pacing. Some scenes are rushed, yet others move by with a brisk speed. This film isn't captivating most of the time. A lot of parts are boring. The best thing I can say about the negatives is that they at least try. There's an effort being made and I can respect that. Doesn't mean I like the result, just the motivation behind it. And while these issues can be puzzling, for lack of a better word, everything that's good really shines. The characters are easily the best part, with scene-stealing lines every 5 minutes that make the person who said them that much more likable. Tony Stark was probably my favorite character in here, and his back and forth with Cap was as amusing as always. The team dynamic is established quite well considering most of the Avengers haven't met before, and there's also the spectacle of it all. Knowing where these characters end up 8 years down the line doesn't change for a second how you feel about them in the moment, and how awesome it feels to see them join forces. Portals still reign supreme, but there's multiple shots in this that are in the running for my favorite MCU moments, because I just can't deny the rush of adrenaline I get during this scene.
I'm always angry.
Nor can I deny the eeriness I feel by Tom Hiddleston's performance as Loki.
This is my bargain, you mewling quim.
All of these just work, and when it gets to the final battle, I am in for the ride. Same with pretty much everything on the helicarrier. The subtle mystery, the atmosphere, the tension, it all works so well. Yet everything leading up to that second act and that final battle just doesn't feel right. I feel like I'm watching a completely different film than everybody else. It's already been said, but Cap's uniform is truly awful. It looks nothing like a real costume and is a huge downgrade from First Avenger, in which he looked like an actual war hero. It's more resembling of the Star-Spangled Man with a Plan costume than anything else. Thor is kinda off. He's always speaking this weird Shakespearean English all the time, when there wasn't really that much emphasis on it in the first Thor movie. I can't ignore these things no matter how hard I try. There is a lot of epicness to be unraveled, but it gets very bogged down by things I really wish were not present. Like I said, I don't dislike the movie, but I fail to see what makes it one of the best comic book movies of all time, because it just isn't for me. And that really sucks because there is so much good here, I barely scratched the surface. But the same can also be said about the bad. I won't go too much into it, but let's just leave it at I have my very fair share of issues. So all in all, I like it. I do. Just not that much. It's an unpopular opinion that I don't really like sharing because I already know what the response is going to be. Did my opinion change at all? Yeah, it did. I like it slightly more than I did last time. Very slightly. I wish it could have been different, but it isn't. That's not to say you can't feel different. If you think this is a perfect movie, then so be it. I don't. I love the score, I love the humor, I love the cast, I love 2 of the big action set pieces, but I don't love the movie. So with that said, I'm gonna give The Avengers a B with 1 thumb up and 3 out of 5 amusement stars. But my question is, how do you feel about this movie? Do you like it? Do you hate it? Are you just in the middle on it? All of that and more, let me know in the comments box down below. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to click that like and subscribe button as well as that notification bell so you stay up to date on all future content. Make sure to follow me on my Instagram and Twitter at CertainVids, as well as my letterboxd at CertainVids, capital C, capital V, to know my thoughts on what movies I'm watching throughout the week, as well as tons of exclusive content. And as always, thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next one. Until then, have a great rest of your day and stay positive.